Hi everyone, how are you all? Thank you for joining me. Hopefully everyone's back from work and we are able to tune in live. If you're driving, pull the car over, please. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure if I'm live. I think I am. Okay, I see people, so we're here. Still trying to get this Facebook Live thing down pat. Thank you for joining us this Monday after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday with their family or their friends. I myself was on the road on Thanksgiving. A lot of unexpected turn of events took place, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I am so thankful for anything that comes my way. For many of you, this has been a very, very trying time. I don't have to explain how the Facebook world and the social media platforms have been an outlet for people to spew hatred, give their opinions, and pretty much not even have a filter anymore, unfortunately. People are flipping out everywhere I turn. People are emailing me. People want to know what they should do in this time. And people are, quite frankly, very, very terrified about what has happened in our country, in our nations, that has actually trickled down to the smaller communities in our families and in our friends' communities. And of course, it's affecting everyone. And needless to say, I myself am very, very shocked at certain people's behavior. People that I've known for a very long time that I never really expected them to act the way they are, saying the things they're saying, spewing their opinions, not taking into consideration that the other person has feelings, and not taking into consideration why the other person may have gone a certain way during this election. And this Facebook Live is not about the election, and I really don't want it to be, but it is all sort of intertwined with my message and why I came here today to talk to everyone. People want to know from me, how do I answer the negative people in my life? How do I deal with my family members who are flipping out and pretty much having a free pass to go crazy and have no boundaries. No boundaries, okay? Everyone's just doing whatever they want to do at this point, thinking that they have a free reign and that nothing matters anymore. And this election has done that. It has absolutely scared people out of their wits. And as most of you may know, and if you don't know, I did write a book. The book was released in May. It's called The Happy Medium, Kim Russo, The Happy Medium. You will be seeing this backwards, obviously, but you get the idea. The Happy Medium, Life Lessons from the Other Side. Now, the reason I bring this up is because so many questions that are coming into my email and my Facebook and my social media platform, I answer a lot of people's questions in my book. And what does it mean? What it means is I don't give you step-by-step instructions how to avoid election fear or the way the world has turned at this current time. But the book does talk about how we can actually rise above the ego mind. And the ego mind is what gets us all. It keeps us in fear. It keeps us terrified. It keeps us not knowing. It keeps us in an illusion. It keeps us separate from who we truly are. And when I say ego, I don't mean that in the sense of the trait of a chauvinistic ego or someone who's all self-serving ego. I say ego in the way that ego keeps you separate from your heart. It keeps you separate from the source. It keeps you separate from all that is. And basically, when that happens is when fear creeps in. So when you're staying grounded in your truth and in love and in source, in light, in God, don't care who your God is. Let's call God an omnipresence, an all-knowing, all-loving, always has been, always will be, all-encompassing energy. Whatever name you have, that's fine. Don't matters not to me. I can say, for the purpose of anyone who may be getting offended right now, that we can call this energy the divine, a divine source greater than ourselves. If that helps you, go for it. That's fine. Anything greater than ourselves. And I hope that most of you agree, if not all of you agree, that there is a presence greater than ourselves that has created the universe and has allowed nature to take its shape and form. You know, we've never seen a bird terrified that it won't be able to eat. And we've never seen a tree tell us that it doesn't want to bloom because it just doesn't feel like, or because it's afraid to. We need to get back to the basics in our lives. And my book, The Happy Medium, it really does talk about how to get back to yourself, how to rise above the ego, how to get be in this world, but of course be out of this world at the same time. When we live in our truth, when we connect with a higher power that has an intricate plan for everything that ever was and ever will be, and the intricate fabric of this plan, truly, we don't have the space in our intelligence or in our mind to even comprehend all of the doings behind the scenes. Okay, and for those of you who commented on my last Facebook Live video, many of you wonderfully have understood what my message was, and many told me, well, actually one person told me that I should be embarrassed because I didn't know what I was speaking of. And perhaps maybe election-wise, I don't know details. I don't know all of the electoral rules and regulations, nor actually do I want to. My point of that video was not about the election at all. It's about what was actually triggered inside of our consciousness as a human species. What triggered us to the point to create all of this anger, fear? Well, what that kind of tells me is all of that was already there. All the people needed was a trigger point. Somebody pulled the trigger and received all the responses from it. These are the responses. It's just the trigger. So if you picture a race, ready, set, go, and you know, the trigger is pulled, you're going to see who reacts and who stays in calmness and in truth and in love and in light. And how do you do that? How do you raise your consciousness? How do you stay at a higher vibration so that whatever candidate becomes in office, it doesn't truly affect our journey as a spiritual being, or our journey as a person, or it doesn't infiltrate into our families? Because quite frankly, Hillary and Donald is not going to come in my home and teach my children how to be polite and kind, and they're not going to teach me how to be polite and kind, and they're not going to teach me how I should act. And if I sat with each one of them and told them my deepest fears and my deepest worries, not only would they not care, they would never understand me as an individual and a human being. But there is one power that does understand me as that, and that is the person who created the universe. And I urge you all to go to a higher place inside of your consciousness, that no matter what happens, because we don't have control of what happens, we may think that we have the best candidate there is, and then God forbid a tsunami comes and wipes out our beautiful country or nation or town, then we would have a different type of a worry. So we're only focused on what's in front of us right now. And I see all of the people that are coming in and they're giving me all of their questions, and some people are asking me personal questions, and I have no problem answering personal questions, and I absolutely will take your questions. And most of these questions that I'm looking at, people are terrified about their family members. Everything I'm reading here is about their children, their family who has passed over, people who have lost their pets. And pretty much everything here is based on not having control. And that's the whole point of this. We don't have control over a universe so vast. We can only control what goes on in our own vortex, in our own world, our own. Now, I know some of you may think that this is ignorant, that I am choosing not to feel that the political arena will affect my life. Well, I can only do what I think is best. I can only be the best version of myself in every moment of every day. And for people who are so judgmental, it's coming out now. People are judging others. People are fearful, and fear comes from the ego, and the judgment comes from fear. So it's sort of a twisted cycle and a never-ending negativity, a vortex of negativity. So we need to get back into the light. We need to keep being responsible only for ourselves, and our loved ones, and our actions and our thoughts. Thoughts become things. And for those of you who did not even vote, your vibration of who you would have voted for is already out there into the universe. Again, this is not about the voting. This is not about the outcome, and this is not about the election. This is about what was triggered in us and why. What is unhealed inside of us that was so easily triggered by a situation that we had no control over. You could bring that into a very smaller aspect of your family, your friends, even in a relationship. Okay? Many of us are worried sick about our children. I'm reading a lot of that. Will I be coming back to Long Island? I am in Long Island right now. I am home in my Long Island home. I will be traveling again, but for now I am home. And again, I want to urge everybody, if you haven't already gotten the book, in chapter 11, I talk so much about fears and how I personally faced my fears head on. I faced my fears. I was aware of what they were, and I just took the bull by the horns. And I think every day I try to face a new fear. If I wasn't fearful, I wouldn't be human, and I wouldn't be living in the three-dimensional body. So keep that in mind, people, that we're not supposed to walk around every day, saying love and light and nothing matters, but to stand in our own truth, to have faith that can move a mountain. Fear has never moved a mountain, ever, ever. It has never given the vibration of love, so it can't do anything but waste energy. Fear is false expectations appearing real. And many of us are living out of the fear mindset right now. And I urge you to get back into your heart, where the truth lies, where divine miracles can still happen. And I speak about the chakra systems in the body in my book, which is such an important element if you're going to understand how to raise higher, how to come to the consciousness of love and light. Because when we're stuck in the root chakra, which is below, right by the hip area, down below the bottom chakras, the lower chakra, that's where the root chakra is the color red. And if we are fearful of money, not having money, our security, where we will live, our economy, our jobs, our love life, because we don't feel secure there, you're stuck inside your root, the root chakra, and you need to move it on up. That's the idea of ascension. Move the energy up. Once you get to the heart and above, you can see things with different eyes. You can see things through the eyes of the divine. That's when you will understand that there's a bigger reason for everything. That's when you will understand there is absolutely no such thing as as death of the soul. Physical death is the only death that occurs. And our bodies are like the bird cage, and our soul is the bird inside the cage. So the soul flies out of the cage, and it's finally free. Free to explore, free to love, free to be, free to just not have any separation from love. And that's what the physical death does. That's what death of the physical body does. It frees the soul to go to the place where it came from, to go to the place where it always has been, where love reigns, where everyone's in union. Everyone has to be together in a community of love and light. So I urge you again, if you want to learn how to get into those chakras and raise above from the root chakra, which everyone is, so many people, and I didn't know how many, or they're working out of their root chakra right now, out of their fear of not being safe and secure. Okay, and you can there's a lot about that I write about in my book about how you can raise from your root into the higher chakra centers, what crystals to use, what meditations to do. I give you a meditation in this book, written and channeled by me. Okay, and thank you everybody for writing that. The timing is very, very good right now. I was thankful for many things on Thanksgiving. I don't want it to be Thanksgiving to be thankful. I want that to happen every single day. Okay, so now here we go. I will be taking questions. Okay. People are just comment, so that's wonderful. Oh, I need your book. Well, in case you want a signed autographed copy by me, that's where you can get my book on my website at kimthehappymedium.com. You can go to the store page and you can get a signed autographed copy from me sent directly to you. If you do not want an autographed copy, you can get the book wherever books are sold, Amazon.com. Angela McGlennon. I never got to say goodbye to my dad. Does he have anything to say? I take a moment to listen. Angela, and I'll tell you what I just heard. I just heard it's not goodbye. It's until we meet again. And it's also that he didn't want you to be there when he passed. Because perhaps he didn't know how to say goodbye. Perhaps he didn't want to leave you with that vision of him dying. That's how it's coming to me. You do not have to speak out loud to the spiritual world for them to read your heart and to read your thoughts and to know your good intentions. No words are necessary for them to know all of that. So please understand, nobody's mad. Nobody's upset. They're looking at us, hoping that we can find peace on earth the way they found their peace. Okay. Aloha from Hawaii. Thank you, Jessica. Aloha to you too. Boy, I would love to be in Hawaii right now. I have, what does this say? Want to know if there's any messages for me. Marlene Catherine Infante. Will things get better with me financially? Okay, Marlene, you have to believe, and that's the root chakra again. You have to get out of the fear-based mind and start doing things differently than you've always done, okay? So instead of depending on other people for your finances, dive into your creative side. Find something that you can become creative with, that perhaps you can make money doing. For example, people write songs and they sell their music. People become graphic designers and they sell their services. Being told that you have other gifts that you are able to share and that you already are using, but you're not charging for them. You can be charging for your services as opposed to your gifts. Just like an accountant will charge for their services. So, you know, I'm not good in math. Don't claim to be. I'm horrible in math. And thank God we do have people such as accountants. So there's your answer. Please use your creative side to learn how to make more money and get out of the fear from your root chakra. Bought a house 6 months ago. Jackie Bison. and a lot of strange activity going on. Who or what is in my house? Okay, the first thing I just heard, Jackie, was the energy of the home has been settled, and it might have been an estate home, which is where someone has passed away and the house was kept empty for quite a while. That's how it's kind of coming to me. I just feel that you have a new vibration coming into the house, and the energy is getting used to your vibration, which is sometimes the same as when you walk into a dark room and you turn on a light and all the craziness happens. That's vibration trying to get used to your vibration. It'll go away. It'll go away soon. Get some sage, do some prayers. If you feel there's somebody there, you can actually have a chat with whoever the energy is and tell them you mean no harm and that you want to coexist peacefully. And I would always find out what they're doing there, because they shouldn't be there. Me personally, I don't feel like it's a spirit. I feel like it's just energy trying to connect to your energy. How do you fight anger? Chanel Fletcher. Okay, well, anger is from fear. Anger is an emotion that comes from the ego. It tells you that somebody is doing you wrong, that something is not fair and you need to get even. Anger comes from rage. Rage comes from fear. And when we don't feel like we have control, once again, our emotions get the best of us. So the way that you control that is exactly what I said. You need to learn how to meditate and how to get into the higher chakras. Preferably make it up to the heart, so the heart can open, so that you can feel more love and compassion. And that's when calmness sets in. Did you ever feel a peace come over you in the midst of chaos, and you can't describe what that peace is, and you don't know where it came from? That is when you connect from your heart chakra to who you really are, and to you plug into the universal energy that always has your back. Is Pat Upgraft? Well, something about Alzheimer's. Is it a true genetic issue, or can it happen from negativity and depression that's gone untreated for years? My dad had Alzheimer's, and I am not a doctor, but from what I've been told, it comes from calcium deposits on the brain. And that is sort of like hardening of the neurons of the brain. So there's misfiring going on. Could it be caused from depression? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I've never heard of that. But what I do know about Alzheimer's people is I am actually able to communicate with patients that are Alzheimer's patients, even though they're still alive, because their soul has left on some level, and a lot of the times they go in and out of the grounded consciousness. So therefore I am able to reach their soul as if they were on the other side, and I'm able to communicate with them. And I only know that from trial and error and many years of doing readings. So understand that they are probably half the time, when they're not making sense, their soul is floating in another dimension, being taught, connecting with loved ones, understanding on a higher level what's truly going on. They are operating from both sides. They're operating with one foot in the three-dimensional world and the other foot, or the soul, in the spirit world. Hello from Australia. Hello, down under. Wonderful to see you, Deb Fear. Can you put like an A at the end of that name? Deb Fear? We don't want you to have fear. Okay, let's see. I think I can feel when I am at a higher vibration, or am I imagining it? No, Sandra Cloud, you are not imagining it. Your heart will sing. You will feel peace for no reason, like I just talked about. A night out with friends with good laughter can raise your vibration. Yoga, anything that will move that energy from the bottom chakra up, rise the vibration. open the heart. A good cry can do that. Sometimes turmoil can actually wind up raising your vibration, because when that happens, we have to dig deep. We have to pull out our strength. We have to pray. That, what do we do when we're in the midst of a crisis? What is the first thing we say automatically? Oh my God, right? We call out to God instinctively. We don't even think about it. And that is our true nature, to go back to the source whom we know has all the answers, and whom we know pulls all of the strings. We are just puppets in this game of life. Should I stay married to my husband? Hold on now. Elizabeth. Now, I hope you don't need me to tell you that the answer to that. And I hope that no one here will listen to anybody regarding what their heart tells them to do. And the fact that you type that and ask me, I do believe you already know the answer. The question you should have asked me was, Kim, will I have the courage to finally be free of my husband and his ways? That's the question. When you pray, when you ask for divine signs, when you ask for a way, an opening that you never had before, and the opening comes, you need to see that as divine intervention. We are not alone at all. We always have help, and we were not just plopped here haphazardly on earth to figure it out by ourselves. We did come with a navigation system. We've come with an internal map. We know how to get from A to Z. We know where we're going. Our soul knows the truth. We just need to get out of the way and let the navigation system do its thing. And sometimes we will be rerouted, and that's okay. We're still getting to the same destination with a rerouting system, just like when we're in a car. Kim, I've been getting feathers, Shannon Powers, Cardinals, smell of loved ones, two voices saying, Shannon, wake up. What am I being warned? No, you're not being warned. You're being communicated with. The other side loves to let you know they're around. And they can call your name. They can send you feathers. They can send you cardinals. They can send you butterflies. They send you so many different types of signs. I personally receive dimes. I'd love to go and get my whole cup of dimes to show you, but then I'd have to step away from the phone. But I have a whole cup of dimes from Spirit, and every time I get one, I save it and I put it in the jar. Spirit loves to give you messages, not warnings. Warnings do come though, but warnings is when it says, no, don't touch that stove, it's hot. When you know you shouldn't do something, but you do it anyway, then you will have to live with the consequences. When will I win the lottery? Elena. You just won the lottery. You're breathing, aren't you? I know you really meant that, but put it out there, doll. Put it out there. I believe you can win if you truly want to win for the right reasons, because many people have won lotteries that have actually ruined their whole existence and has taken them off their soul's path. And if that's not meant to happen, you're not going to win the lottery. But if you're a charitable person and you would use it for all good things wonderfully, then God would never hold that back from you. The universe wants you to have every single abundance that exists out there. There is enough for everyone. There is no lack in the universe. None whatsoever, by the way. There's enough to go around. So it's quite feasible that with the right intentions, you can win the lottery. Let's see. Thank you. I'm just reading some comments here. No questions. Thank you for sharing this video too. Dawn Flynn Charbuna. Will I be with my mom soon? I was told no, but somebody does have diabetes and that needs to be kept an eye on. No, Dawn, not that saying no. No, even though you want to be or you pray to be, it's now is the best time to be alive, actually. We are seeing world events change right in front of our eyes. We are witnessing the biggest show on earth, and it's not necessarily as bad as everyone thinks. Marvel in the changes, because with changes brings growth. And I also wrote all about that in my book. I talk so much about how I needed to make some changes and how I embraced my gift. So many people here are asking me when I will be coming back to The Haunting of. Fortunately, I don't have an answer for that. At this current time, I would not try or mislead anyone. It doesn't look good, guys. It just doesn't look good. Not for The Haunting of anyway. Not at this current time. Will it come around in maybe a new version? I certainly hope so. Will I be back on TV? I would love that. I would love a bigger platform to help the masses heal through my messages. Help me manifest it. Help me manifest it. I've already put it out there. It's definitely something I would embrace in a heartbeat. But like I said, it's not going to keep me from coming to you guys. I'm going to actually take a few more questions. Anthony Hansen, can anyone be a medium? I'm actually going to say everybody is a medium, and let me explain that. We all receive messages on a daily basis. All a medium is a channel for information that's coming from the collective consciousness, okay? But a channel which receives messages and delivers them. A medium does not have to channel messages necessarily from dead people. They can be channeled from your angels, your spirit guides. You can even channel healing energy, okay, such as Reiki masters or healers who pray for other people. Whatever energy you are able to channel, you are a medium. If you are an amazing artist, you are a medium of the artistic energy. If you are a composer of music, you are absolutely channeling the realm of the greats that have lived before you. So whatever vibration you're able to tune into, you are a medium. I just learned how to channel dead people and spirit guides and angels and archangels and ascended masters. And if I become a channel of some other type of energy in my future, I'm sure you guys will be witness of that too. Private readings over the phone? No, Rick, not right now. I'm sorry, I can't. Not at this time. Maureen Lansing, when will my son's case be over? Okay, Maureen, I was just told that things are coming to a head right now, not only with the universe, the election, things are happening in families all over the place, in relationships. The old energy is not able to sustain in this new vibration on the earth. So anything that was working before won't work anymore. If it wasn't working in the old vibration, it certainly can't ascend to the new vibration, which the earth is changing. That's another Facebook Live. Google it. We are in a shift, a massive shift in consciousness, and the earth is shifting and ascending as well. So the energy cannot sustain what wasn't working. So that's precisely why we had changes in our political system. More changes to come as well. Whatever was not able to be sustained in the old energy certainly cannot step forward. So we will see breaking down of a lot of what was not working. And people have to start stepping into the reality and stop living in deception and stop shoving on things under the rug and take off their rose-colored glasses. There's going to be many lessons for many people that are going to be a little bit harsh. This is why I wrote this book, people. And I have another one that I started writing. Spirit gave me information that can be helpful to you. This is why I wrote this book. So yes, there's a lot of my stories in here, But there's a lot in here that can help you rise above and understand why it is so important for us to get on board with our spiritual side right now. There is a spiritual warfare going on between darkness and light. And I'm part of an army of light, thank God, and I love you all for being part of this army with me on my page. Some people not so much, saying all these negative things, but I pray for you, and I love you anyway. Scotland, how nice is this? Getting back to the court case, yes, it will be dissolved right after the new year. Will it be dismissed, she writes? Well, yes and no, I heard. There will be some consequences, and it won't be as great of an outcome as you thought, but the great outcome is you can finally start to put your energy into something more positive, because this case has been consuming you and your son and your family. That has to stop, and it will. Say thank you, bless the outcome, and move forward. Okay? If you all loved my Facebook Live and you want more, I'm on board. I'm on board. Let me know by writing on the page, by showing me that there is a need for this type of video. There is a need for me to keep writing books. Let me know, guys. I'm sorry I'm not coming to you each week on TV. If I could, I would. And I hope to be in the near future. Donna Lee, seeing you at Fitzgerald and Tunica. Me, Eric, and Ashley, my kids, you were 100% on everything. 3 days after seeing you, she found out she was pregnant, just like you said. Yay! That's good to know. Thank you for the validation. I give messages and I don't always get the feedback, so it's nice to hear it here. One more here. Carol Vento. Will I ever get a message from my long deceased sister? As soon as I read that, I saw a woman playing in a field with animals and horses, and don't know if she loved animals here, but she's certainly in the animal kingdom there. And she's absolutely been sending signs. I feel like you guys have been missing them. Okay, guys, it's that time. I am going to have to wrap it up. I love you all. I hope that you invest in a nice Christmas gift. This is an investment that keeps on giving. It's knowledge that has come to me from years of learning, teaching, channeling. My guides truly helped me write this book to help you. I didn't write it for me. I wrote it for you. So if you don't know what you want to put on your holiday list, I do believe that this is a goodie that can help you, and it can help you during the holidays. A good book curled up next to a fireplace sounds good to me. Till next time, I love you all. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you again real soon. Good night.